Hello, I'm Marina, you know, that one girl that likes to talk a lot about houseplants, and welcome to Millennial Planter. So lots of exciting things going down today in the Millennial Planter household in the vlog. Well, not really the household because this is going to take a few days. But anyways, as you saw, the title of this video is chopping up my biggest plant. And yes, y'all, I am chopping up my Dieffenbachia camouflage, giving it the chop. I have never propagated Dieffenbachia before, and I'm really excited. I'm really excited to share this all with you too, because I made a Dieffenbachia care video 2 years ago, I want to say, and it's my most well-performing video. It's kind of weird. I think a lot of people just kind of fall down the houseplant hole like with me. Dieffenbachia was my first houseplant. I knew nothing about it. I just randomly got it at Home Depot or Lowe's, and I didn't even know what the plant was called for months until I posted on my personal Instagram about it, and then somebody told me, and then I found out they were pretty toxic. But I think a lot of people just come across Dieffenbachia and they can be a little finicky. They do like high humidity and bright light, and I've seen them growing naturally like in Florida, which I think is really cool. It's always cool to see plants growing in their natural habitat. But anyways, I have heard that Dieffenbachia can propagate all along the stem, which I think is really dope. Kind of like almost like a snake plant, kind of like a begonia. So we're going to try that out. I'm going to chop it in half, and then we're just gonna leave it outside. I'm gonna plant it up and we're gonna leave it outside and let it rock. Hopefully it will do fine. But before we do all that, I have some plant mail to open. I'm so excited. So this was a Hoya trade actually with one of my friends, Kayla. She's over at CFL Plants. She just started a YouTube channel. I'll have her linked down below. She's so sweet. She just like has such good energy, and she lives in Central Florida, and she posts a lot of stuff about just the community in Florida and plants, and she's a Hoya head like me. So I'm really excited to do this trade. I traded my Hoya Dakii for a Hoya, and I'm just so excited. The Hoya, honestly, I can't remember how to pronounce it. So I will leave Kayla's information in the description box down below if you want to go check her out. She has some really cool nursery tours that are up now, like Gabriella Plants and Equigenera. So that's really dope. Wish I lived in Florida, not even going to lie. And I loved that she used a liquor box. I love somebody who just can reuse all of the elements. She wrote a note on this little cardboard thing. No, she didn't. What? Okay, I just saw, okay, first of all, get my light. Okay, Marina, train of thought. Get your train of thought together. She used plastic bags as stuffing. I love that. This is so crazy. Okay, I'm just gonna tell y'all. She left a note and she says, please enjoy the Dieffenbachia, which is the Hoya that we traded for, and Mauna Loa. Girl, are you serious right now? I swear, I was just thinking about Mauna Loas yesterday. This is so weird. And I was saying how I wanted one. Oh, this is, wow. Oh, and it even has a new leaf. Look at that. Look at that cute little new leaf. Okay, so Mauna Loas are obviously Hoya compactas, but you can see they have the variegation on the inside versus a regular variegated Hoya compacta that has the variegation on the outside. So now I have like almost a complete collection. I have variegated, I have my all green one, which has just finally started to grow. I think I'm gonna put all my compactas outside this year because all my Hoyas always thrive outside. And if you guys saw my houseplant tour, like I struggle with compactas, but I absolutely love them. So maybe if I put them outside, they'll do better. But now I have a Mauna Loa to add. Holy crap, wow. Okay, good thing I didn't send your package off yet because this is the Dieffenbachia. And I know this one's already rooted because we both rooted our plants. My Daikii is rooted as well. Oh, and it's in leca. Hey, look at that. Those little Cocoa Puffs. That's all I see is like a bowl of cereal and I see leca. Reese's Puff. Peanut butter chocolate flavor, right? That's how the song goes. I don't know. Oh, where to put these little balls? Oh, and look at how cute you are. Oh, look at that. It has these nice, cute little veins. It kind of reminds me of Hoya crassopetiolata, but like elongated leaves, which is super cute. And it even has that little new runner there. So hopefully this just takes off. No, not hopefully. I know it'll take off. But we are going to stick it in some soil because I don't do leca. I don't do it. I have Hoya, but I don't do the leca. Well, that's it for the plant mail. I guess now we will just head to Lowe's. Getting this mix for my soil because I do need to mix up more soil. Lately, I use coco coir as my mix, but I've been getting charcoal and orchid bark, but that's only available at Pike's, and I didn't feel like going to 2 different stores. So this is my go-to, I guess, amendment mixture when I'm at a big box store. So I definitely recommend it. It's really ideal for bigger plants because the pieces are really big and it has like these big thick pieces of perlite, which I like a lot. And then I have my soil box, which is super cute. It is starting to fill out with a whole bunch of stickers. I finally added my stickers there, which is really exciting. I have the link in my bio for my stickers, which you can put on shirts and cups and all that if you want to check that out. It's more of like a spooky theme. You can see like a little ghost holding the monstera. That one's my favorite. But yeah, I like them a lot. Obviously, they're my stickers. I'm just gonna mix this up. Now I just need to get the plant. It's downstairs in my room. I was gonna do it outside, but you see, I have neighbors, and that's just really awkward. So this is the pot I actually decided on. I think we're probably gonna go for this one, but I won't know for sure until I cut the plant and see which one will look better, but I think this one will be ideal. They were super cheap at Lowe's, and they have the detachable saucer. I hate when the saucer is stuck on there, even though there's drainage holes, everything just gets clogged up. It's really pointless. Here's the plant that I've been talking about this whole video. It's maybe not as tall as me, but I would say this plant, ooh, did you guys hear my knees? I would say this plant is probably a good 4.5 feet. But if we move it back, you can see it has this curvature there, and that is in true Dieffenbachia form. They do this out in nature. That's just how they like to grow, but for house sitting, it's very hard to do things with this plant. Dieffenbachia really like humidity, and like, just look at this thing. Mind you, it would probably perk up once I put it outside, but I'm really excited to propagate this and experiment with propagating them, seeing how their roots form. And then I really am interested to see where it grows once I cut it. So I'm gonna have 2 pieces. I'm gonna have the top piece here, and then I'm going to be left with the stump. And I really want to know where the next piece will come from. Will it come from the part that I chopped, or will it put out a new pup? I don't know, but I'm really excited. I've also thought about doing it for my reflector as well. But honestly, I'm not ready to cut this plant yet. I don't know what it is with me and Dieffenbachia, but I thoroughly enjoy them and love them, probably because it was my first plant and it always had a special place inside my heart. And they do really well for me. And this one still does really well for me. It hasn't died, it's just not happy. And that's my fault. I should have brought it up to my plant room a long time ago, but I never did. But you know, now we're going to get things right and you're going to be happy and it's going to put out big leaves again. I mean, look at how massive. This wasn't even the biggest leaf. A lot of the bigger leaves fell off when I brought it inside, but the leaves got massive compared to this tiny little leaf. So I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this guy goes during the summer. So like most common houseplants, Dieffenbachia are toxic and can irritate your skin, especially because they are really juicy and they have a lot of sap that seeps from them when you cut their stem, especially one that's this big. So that's why I'm wearing gloves. I also have to use my husband's machete because I don't have anything else to cut with. Maybe I should get some gardening shears, but I just saw at Home Depot they're like $40. Yeah, I don't know about that. That's a bit much for some gardening shears. Okay, we're gonna do this. I'm really nervous. I don't know why I'm so nervous. I'm excited, but I'm nervous just because this is my baby. I've had this gal for like 2 years. Oh, it's a bittersweet moment. It's been real, but now we're gonna make babies, okay? I feel like her name is Camille. Okay, Camille? We're gonna make babies. It's gonna be fine. You're gonna be fine. Everything is great. So I think right about here will be good. Okay. Oh my gosh. I can't believe I just did that. Okay, so there it is. A nice clean cut. It's like a little umbrella. Just strolling in my garden. I'm shocked. I am shooketh. There's a close-up of the inside. Not as juicy as I thought. It was juicy, it was thick, it was kind of hard to cut. You know, I had to work at it, but I thought the sap would seep more, but it's not. And it does have a smell. Almost like a chemically smell. That's really interesting. Oh yeah, but if you look closely, look at that. At that angle, you can really see all the sap forming. And if you were to touch that, it will highly irritate your skin. I guess now I should wait for that to callus over. This is the stump though. I am usually really nervous about stumps because I don't do the best with them, but this is gonna be outside. So I think it's gonna be fine, but how weird does this look? Oh. Since we're here, I think I'm going to take my reflector out and pot it up in this plastic just so it can be happier. And I also thought I would just quickly go over the history, the dark history of Dieffenbachia and how we should normalize using scientific terms as much as we can over common terms. So Dieffenbachia, a lot of you may know, is known as a common name. It's not so nice, and that's because these beautiful, beautiful plants, much like pothos and philodendrons, have these things called calcium oxalates inside of the sap. Now with Dieffenbachia, it's more present because of their thick stems and how much sap that they can produce. So if you were to chew on the leaves, or if that sap were to touch you, it's really irritating. You could break out in rashes, you get really itchy. If you somehow get it in your mouth and you swallow it, you won't be able to talk. Your throat will get really swollen, really painful. It's not a fun time, and honestly, it's not something I want to experience ever. And that's why when I am cutting these plants, specifically when I'm cutting these plants, I'm very careful with them. The not so fun part is that these plants used to be used to torture slaves by slave owners, and that's how I essentially got that common name, because once they had this chemical in their mouth and on their tongue, their throats and their tongues were just so swollen that they weren't able to talk. And I'm sure slave owners said a lot of mean things to them, including terminology that makes them seem like they're dumb, but they're not dumb. They're just being tortured. So that is why from here on out, we will call this plant Dieffenbachia, or Dieffenbachia, whichever one you choose, and not the racist slur. We need to take racism out of botanical names, out of common names, because it's just unnecessary, honestly. But here we go. That is your little PSA. I don't really do many topics like this, cover many topics like this, but I felt this one was really important and need to be addressed, especially because I have cut a Dieffenbachia right in front of me, and you can already see the sap and the crystals like starting to form. That calcium oxalate forms needle-like structures, so you can imagine like if it's ingested how painful that probably is. It does micro tears in your throat, like micro trauma. It's just, it does not sound fun, and it sucks that such a beautiful plant was used for such a horrific thing, like so unnecessary. But anyways, now we know. And now my reflector is so cute. I love this plant. I love her a lot. Now it's been about 20 minutes. I'm gonna say that's enough time to callus over. I'm just not going to water the plant until maybe tomorrow or the day after. It's for the sake of time. I got stuff to do. So I filled the pot with a little bit of soil before I put the plant in, and now I'm just gonna fill it up. There we go. I kind of have to hold her because she's really unstable. But how cute is she? Oh, my two little babies. Actually really excited and really happy I did this. I think this is so cute. I'm kind of sad that I'm gonna leave it outside. I know she's gonna do great, but she's just so pretty. Now all that's left to do is put them outside. I have a raised garden bed coming in about a week and a half. So I'll finally get to start making outdoors a little bit prettier. But for now, they're just going to be off on the side and not the prettiest place, but it's fine because they're just going to thrive. And I can't wait to share updates. Make sure you follow me on TikTok and Instagram because I'll probably update on that sooner than on YouTube. But that wraps it up for this video of chopping my biggest plant. I hope you all enjoyed this video as well. Have you ever made a big chop with a plant like this before? Let me know in the comments. Have you ever propagated Dieffenbachia? Definitely let me know about that in the comments. Make sure you go ahead, hit the subscribe button, join the plant community. I'd love to have you. You're watching a video about plants, so obviously you like plants, and I talk a lot about plants. I hope you're all staying safe, sane, happy, and healthy, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! After filming that entire video, I just now saw it's putting out a pup. Oh my gosh.